Conditional love is when we tell a child, I love you, my dear. I love you. You got such a good mark on your test. I love you. Hey, my dear, I love you so much. I noticed you haven't fought today with your friends, with your sibling. Oh my gosh, my dear, your room, I love you. Your room is so neat. What's wrong with that? You're smiling. You're positive. It sounds so good. When children are young, they need to nurture the natural love they have in them. So, as parents, what's really imperative is to nurture that love. And just the child knows that they are loved. So, when they come home through the door, it's not, did you behave well in school? How was your test? Did you do this? Did you do that? You just have your arms wide open and smile in your child's face and say, I'm so happy to see you. I was thinking about you. What you are doing is you're expanding, nurturing, strengthening that inner love that they were born with. Once they have that, life is beyond amazing. They don't deal so much with shame, they don't deal so much with guilt. They begin to connect to their own passions, to their own desires. Because what is in front of them, what you gave them, was just unconditional love. The moment you look at a child, and again, this is all subconscious, this is programming the brain in the most unconscious way. And you're programming the child's brain and you're telling them, I really love you. Look how nice you behaved. What is being programmed in the child and what is being deprogrammed at the same time? The program is love will only come through actions, which means I am at my essence and core not lovable. And that sense, what's going on there? It looks like some deers are having a fight. Doesn't matter. Regardless. Okay. And that sense of unconditional love begins to diminish, begins to fade away. Because the moment you say, I love you because, the brain says, I need to do. So then the child goes and starts working hard, but not from a place of passion, not from a place of self-love, not from their inner core, not from their spirituality, not because they want to shine, not because their soul. It's because now they are desperate for their parents' love. The only way they're going to get it is the most contaminated way, through doing something. And I know some of you are going to tell me, what do you mean? But if you're not going to be proud of your child, what's wrong with motivating a child? So what's wrong if they're going to do better? Isn't that what we want? We want children should behave well. We want children should do well in school. As I mentioned before, when a human being has that unconditional love on their own, they want to do it. There's a very deep motivation. Obviously, there's times we need to help our child with various things that are challenging for them. But the fire in a human being only comes through unconditional love. The moment you say, I love you because, then the fire, the core of their soul, their infinite spirit starts getting smaller, smaller, and smaller, and they begin to drag. And then they start doing things in order to be loved. And then they come to me when they're 30, 40, and we're wondering why marriages are not working out, where people are miserable, that they can't figure out why they can't sit still, why they can't just be. Just relax. Just be with yourself. Be the way your heart is in your system. The heart and the lungs, I never saw this anywhere, but I came up with this a few years ago, this epiphany. The heart and the lungs love you unconditional. They pump the blood and the oxygen to your entire body. If you do great work, they're going to pump your blood. If you waste an entire day, they're going to pump your blood. If you eat candy and garbage, even potato chips, they're going to pump your blood. I love you. I love you. The heart says, hey, this is a bit difficult for me. I'd rather you do walking. I'd rather spend some time in the woods. I'd rather you do meditating. I'd rather you be useful. But the heart still gives. The lungs will still breathe. You don't go, oh, I sat there for 4 hours. I feel my heart rate. My heart is starting to quit on me. No, your heart loves you regardless. It's very painful to see even millionaires and billionaires that still value their core, their being through action. And they think by doing more, they're going to feel better. But wherever they get, they're never satisfied. They always want more and more and more. Now, I'm not saying the one that loves themselves will just sit on the couch and do nothing. On the contrary, here's the difference. When you love yourself unconditionally, then whatever you do comes from a source that is that I'm good, I'm fine, but I want to do more, not because I am trying to take away some negativity. I'm trying to become someone. I'm trying to climb the ladder. I just want to do more because that's what spirituality does. Spirituality never stops. It just continues and continues and it expands. It expands. So it's not, the person will not be challenged. On the contrary, they will do, but they will do with love. They will do with energy. They will do with enthusiasm because life is love. Life is fun. Look at the 2-year-old. The only one that's emotionally healthy in this world are the 2-year-olds. Well, besides 3% of adults. The 2-year-old has no plan for the day. The 2-year-old doesn't wake up when sees the sun rising 6 o'clock an hour before his parents decide to get up and go, oh, I know which toy I want to play. It begins to kick and to cry and to yell because it wants to get out of his crib. Why? It just wants to live because a 2-year-old has unconditional love. Their heart is still filled till they get contaminated by, sadly, us parents that don't know how it works. So unconditional love is telling the child you love them, and you add the word because. The child brain, number 2, then begins to say, I'm not good. And they begin to do things because they need that satisfaction. It's not good because the good that they're producing comes from a source of negativity. And then number 3 is they're emotionally unhealthy because we need to be balanced. We need to love to be with ourselves. We just need to love just to be. And when we have that, we could accomplish the infinite amount. We could accomplish an amazing amount. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a wonderful and delightful day. But I just forgot something, so I'll mention it now. There's no issue to tell a child, I'm proud of you because you did so and so. I'm so proud of you because your room is clean. I'm very proud you do so many nice things. Let's not confuse the word proud or I love you. There should never be connected to love because the truth of the matter is, all of us parents, we know, when the child was born, at least 98% of us other ones, I feel bad, but we're not healthy, or for whatever reason they couldn't do it. But 98% of us, the moment the child was born, the child didn't have a dialogue with us. The child never served us a cup of tea. It just kept us up nights. It never went to the bathroom even once. Just filled up its diapers. It doesn't produce anything for us. It just gives us headaches. It does give us headaches. Lovely, darling, sweet cutie pies. They're beyond the challenge. But we love them to pieces. Not their annoyance, not their waking up every 2 hours in the middle of the night, but we love their essence. It's so cute to see a parent holding their baby and going, I just love you. You never hear the word, the rotten word, the poisonous word, because I love you. That is unconditional love. Have yourself a wonderful, delightful day. And always enjoy nature. There's nothing better than it.